Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I'm all about unfiltered CC, where I'm all about grit, grind, and greatness. So the first thing I want to say is Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, to all of my subscribers. Happy Mother's Day. So today's video is about a video that I had in mind before the new year even came in, right? So today's video is about how to create friendships, how to make friends. How to make friends as a millennial, how to make friends as a Gen Zer, how to make friends pretty much in any age group. So I want to start this. First, I just want to start out with this quote, okay? Greatness speaks a different language, and shade is not one of them. Greatness speaks a different language, and shade is not one of them. That brings me to my first tip. Get in the room with greatness. I'm going to say that again. Tip number 1, get in the room with greatness. If you're around a lot of people that's around people that are competing against you, if you're around a lot of people that's throwing shade, get in the room with greatness because they speak a different language. A woman that's about her level up, she either don't help you level up. Like that's pretty much, she don't be about her grind or she's going to help you level up. All right, tip number 2. And also I am going to be reading some inserts from my book, Girl Boss Up and Lead. So tip number 2, be willing to stand alone. Be willing to stand alone and wait for your tribe. I'm going to say that again. Be willing to stand alone and wait for your tribe on your journey to greatness. Tip number 3. We're going to take it back to the word, honey. We don't break this out for this next tip is coming from the word. People tell me all the time, you got so much wisdom. One of the things I did in my early 20s, I studied the book of Proverbs. Where does a lot of my wisdom come from? Other than learning from the greats, it comes from the book of Proverbs. And not to say that this specific scripture comes from Proverbs, but this is what the words say. One must show himself friendly. If you want friends, you must show yourself friendly, okay? You must show yourself friendly. So, are you inviting? Are you approachable? You know, that's my question to you. Are you approachable? Are you, even if you are an introvert, are you an approachable person? Are you a friendly person? I just want to share a little bit about my personal experience. I had so many friends and associates, did more than I knew what to do with in school. That's always been a story of my life. People would come play with me, come hang with this. I consider myself, I don't know, should I call myself an anomaly? I don't really let people box me. So I fit in several, I'm multifaceted, I relate to a lot of different people. So I said all that to say, when I had my housewarming, basically I had over 100 people. And I know 100 people might seem like a small amount of people, but when you consider a housewoman, and at the time I wasn't in this house, my first house that I ever bought in my 20s, it wasn't a super big house, but we had over 100 people. Everybody couldn't even fit all their cars in the yard and on the street. We had to have a rotating housewoman when I had my first housewarming. So I said all that to say, be friendly, okay? Tip number 4, be relatable, not fake. Yes, I got my little notes. So if you see me, yes, I got my notes. I don't like using the teleprompter and all of that. No, I just got my notes. Be relatable, not fake. Don't become a wretched, hot mess. So don't lower your standards. Basically what I'm saying. You can be relatable by just not being fake, but at the same time, you don't want to lower your standards to where you are wretched, hot mess. That's what we're not doing over here. Tip number 5. What is their life's mantra? What is that person's motto, right? Which brings me to, this is my motto. I'm going to turn to, this is my book. On the back of here is where I have one of my quotes, sort of my mantra, my motto, if you shall say. I'm going to read this to you. I'm taking all bricks thrown to build greatness. I'm going to say that again. I'm taking all bricks, the bricks that was thrown to build greatness. So ask yourself, is that person aligned with your core values? Are they aligned with where you're trying to go? And you're going to have to spend time and take your time to get to know them before you can just answer that question. That does take time. Okay, we had tip number, I am representing my NC State t-shirt today. I am a mom. This is my son's college. So shout out NC State Wolfpack. Even though I'm a Spartan. I graduated from UNCG. Anywho, tip number 6. Will they respect your boundaries? Will they respect your boundaries? You're going to have to spend time with them and get to know them to find that out. And don't make excuses for them either. Matter of fact, don't even tell them what your boundaries are. Just hang with them. Just chill and see if they align naturally with your boundaries. My next question is, how do they handle conflict? I always say, don't raise your voice, improve your argument. Now, I may sound kind of echoey in here because I'm filming kind of in a wide area. But don't raise your voice, improve your argument. Do they have self-control? That's one of my pet. That's a deal breaker for me. That's a deal breaker for me because I have a great amount of self-control, and so I ain't gonna say low tolerance, but if you want to get with me, if you want to hang like anything, like you gotta have self-control, great composure. On some degree, I need to see that. If I don't see you exuding that, demonstrating that, it's a no for me. That's a deal breaker. So know your deal breakers. Are they a problem solver? Do they solve, or are they always constantly complaining? Because you don't need now they're calling vampire trainer. I don't know what they call them, but you don't need anyone to drain you basically of your energy. Are they willing to talk things out and find solutions? I am solution oriented. I go straight into solution mode. Whenever I go straight into strategizing. I go straight into how to level up. No matter what the situation is, are they a problem solver, right? Tip number 7, learn to compartmentalize. I have been compartmentalization have saved me, honey, since I was in elementary school. As soon as I would meet somebody, I would hurry up and put them in a category. Understand, they don't get to jump to immediately best friend level, right? It's phases to this. It's levels to this. It's your access, right? I made a video talking about access denied. You don't really need your access to anybody. This is how I feel. Give almost anyone the time of day, but far as gaining a relationship with you, friendship, it's phases to that and it's stages to that, right? So just understand that. Put them compartmentalized. Are they an associate? Are they a hot mess? Are they all over the place? Are they a boss? Do they have great integrity? That kind of goes along with your core values. Do they align naturally without you trying to force it? Those core values. And no one's perfect. I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, don't lower your standard. I made a quote a little bit about being in your desert. Don't become so thirsty in your desert that you drink sand. Don't become that thirsty. No, we're not doing that over here. You know what I'm saying? No. Another thing, confidence is going to automatically attract. You know how you've seen people where you're like, oh my God, they're really not that cute, but it's their confidence, right? It's them walking out in their greatness, what I call walking out in your greatness unapologetically, to where it's going to naturally attract. I naturally attract people just by being who I am. It doesn't mean that they're going to be your automatic best friend. Which brings me to my next tip. Take your time with people. You need to see them through the good, the bad, the ugly, right? You need to see them. They don't just, take time with them. You don't have to rush. And not only that, this brings me to my next tip. Be upfront with people. If I'm not an everyday type of person, right? Most people, if they a boss, if they leveling up, if they trying to grind, if they all about their grind, they're not going to be sitting around on the phone for hours every single day. I don't even start a relationship out like that because I don't want you to expect that from me, right? That's not me. and I have to stay true to myself. So what I mean by that is once a week, can you meet up with that person for coffee once a week? Is it going to be about every 2 weeks? Like, what is it going to be for? You set the pace, right? And let them know that up front. Some people are very like, I'm not even going to say needy or clingy. They do that everyday thing. I've never been I don't even talk to my own. Love you, son. Love you. But he grinds just like I do. We about our business. We don't talk every single day, right? The only person I talk to every single day is Jesus, God, okay? And he's not even a human, so I don't know what you want to say. But that's the only person I talk to every single day. I mean, if you go to work every day, of course you're going to talk and see people, at work or whatever you're doing. If you're doing your entrepreneur, your grind and whatever, you're going to see people. And what I mean, I'm not saying not speaking, but I'm saying these long, drawn-out conversations every day. Like, if I talk to you every day, we don't have nothing to catch up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, create some space. That's my thing. Be about your grind and your business. I'm about, me, I'm all about, what did I say at the beginning? Grit, grind, greatness. I'm all about my level up, personal development and motivation. But yeah, just keep this in mind. They don't get to jump straight to that inner realm of friendship. It takes time. And when you compartmentalize, it creates happiness. It creates people. I say, oh my God, you seem happy a lot because I created these firm boundaries. I created a lifestyle year after year. And people may not understand it at first. They may not respect your boundaries at first. You have to show them, you have to teach them that this is my boundary. And every time you do X, Y, Z, I'm going to react X, Y, Z in this way to show you that this is my boundary. Not to say that you're not open-minded, not to say that you're not friendly, that you could spend quality time. That don't have anything to do with it. Know your boundaries, right? I know what it takes for me. I know when I need, look, I'm not promoting any, oh my God, should I show you my energy drink? I'm covering it because I'm not trying to promote this brand. I haven't drank this brand a lot, so I'm not trying to promote that brand because I don't know, I haven't had it a lot. Anywho, I said all that to say, I know when I need an energy drink. I know when I need my vitamins. I know how much water I need. I know how many calories I need. I know when I fall asleep. I know thyself. Master thyself, okay? And which brings me to, you need to understand you're whole and complete, single, with the relationship. Not. I know we're just talking about friendships here, not even nothing romantically, but I'm just saying, understanding and being okay. Some of you guys are not, like they said, haven't learned how to sit with yourself. Learn how to sit with self. So that way, I'm good with you, I'm good without you. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I give off that energy, which actually attracts more people. For some reason, it actually attracts more people. But people need to know I'm not folding. You're not God, right? I'm not going to put you in a place value of God. Like, you're not God, so you're a human. Technically, you need God, but you get what I'm saying? Anywho, they say even with employment, start out like you can hold out. Start out like you can hold out. Be upfront with people. Let them know, hey, I work X up, 7 days a week. I'm doing X, Y, Z. Like, whatever your schedule is, make them aware of that, right? And just let them know, like, be upfront. If you are the type of person that kind of like talking often, ask that person, what is their schedule like? Are they that type of person? Do they like, because see, here's the thing. You want to have a blended, amount of friends. You want to have a blended, group to where some people is that kind of that every, they're more often than other people. You get what I'm saying? But I said all that to say, be open-minded. Like, be open to almost any and every. Like I said, I almost give anybody the time of day. But now, as far as you actually moving into like my closer inner circle, and you having access to me, and you like keeping tabs on, like, that's a whole nother. That's a few levels. That's a few levels away from the initial meet and greet, the initial, hey, how are you, whatever. What else do I want to say to you all? Oh yeah, I hear a lot of people say a lot of times, hey, I don't, they say it's hard for them to find friends. I don't get that. I still don't get it. I don't know. I've been making friends since I was like young. And even with me being a mom of one child, I had to teach my child to be social, and I would constantly put both of us in situations to where we had to interact. I put the phone away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to learn to be social for one. You know what I'm saying? Learn to be confident. I don't always have my phone. I don't depend on my phone. I don't always have to have my phone out. When I'm going somewhere new, I don't want to have my phone out as a distraction. I want to naturally talk to people, to start organic, like, healthy conversations. You know what I'm saying? But I said all that to say, if you are still struggling, because I hear people that say they don't have any friends, let me tell you, honey, you got a gazillion YouTubers that would love to have you join their community. They make six figures. They get up making videos with you in mind. I'm going to say that again. They get up making videos with you in mind to grow their community. And everybody got a tribe. If you haven't built your tribe, if you feel like you don't know they say get in where you can fit in. My thing is, try a few one out. Start commenting in the comment section. Like their videos. Take their master classes. Join their Zoom meetings. There's so many resources. There's so many different communities. Like, I always use the little boy that had an ant farm. No shade to him. But here's the thing. He grew his following to 1 million followers over people that were like-minded about an ant farm. So if he can find his community, if he can find his tribe, so can you. You can find your tribe too. But yeah, just like I said, start typing what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, another thing, Eventbrite. Eventbrite is a great resource. If you want to connect, say you're into fashion. Say you're into fashion. They have, go to Eventbrite, type in your area, whichever area do they have fashion shows? Are they having like these, dinner parties? Are they having these different functions? Like those, that's a great example, like, to get socially, other than connecting with people online, doing a one-on-one session with someone. It's so many ways to connect, and it's so many influencers already out there that's doing exactly what you want, and I'm representing North Carolina. I'm gonna continue to shout out North Carolina because we have some major influencers right here in North Carolina. I'm gonna say that again because I think a lot of people still be like sleeping on them or what. I don't know. We have major ones that have, in the high millions of millions of subscribers right here in North Carolina. So I don't want to, a lot of people say, oh, well, North Carolina is in the South and it's small. And no, we got people that's doing it right here. I always talk about greatness right in your backyard. Greatness right in your backyard. So I always say, if one person not your cup of tea, go get yourself a cup of what Trent said. Trent, look, we both said. Go get yourself a cup of coffee. I say go get yourself an energy drink. Go get yourself an energy drink and find your tribe. Like, keep going, find your tribe, because your tribe does exist. And if you got to build your own table, build your own table, and the people will come. The key is, don't compromise who you are at your core. Stay true to yourself. I got 2 videos that will definitely help you. Go check out my video I made a year ago, but it's still relevant to this day. It's called To Follow or Not to Follow. It really makes you think about who you are following them, why you're following them, and are you being motivated and inspired by them. Social media should not make you feel negative about yourself, because if it does, you're following the wrong people. I'm going to say that again. Social media should not make you feel negative about yourself, unless you are following the wrong people, or unless another thing could be your inner work, right? Get that self-esteem up. Do that personal development. I got tons of videos. Follow me on TikTok. We jam on TikTok. I can use whatever music I desire on TikTok. I am rocking out on TikTok. Okay, so follow me on TikTok. Got a ton of content there. From so many topics, but definitely motivation and personal development. Oh, okay. Which brings me to, let me read. I'm supposed to be reading to y'all. Okay, we're finna go. I want to read you a few inserts from my book, okay? So we're finna go to, page 35, okay? We're finna go to page 35. I've had to overcome the challenge of choosing my greatness really over everything. I'm going to say that again. I've had to overcome the challenge of choosing my greatness really over everything. And on your way of greatness, on your way of your journey of greatness, let me read this to you about on your journey of greatness. If you are choosing your greatness, you may lose friends on some level of your greatness. You will experience betrayal. Having the ability to cut ties to everything and everyone who is not part of your greatness dream. It's okay. I'm going to read that again. Check out the turn back a page, okay? On some level of your greatness, you will experience betrayal. Having the ability to cut ties to everything and everyone who is not a part of your greatness dream. And I just want to tell you it's okay. I know we're talking about how to make friends, but I need you to understand that on your way to greatness, at some point you may have to stand alone. It may be almost a good thing if you start out standing alone, right? Becoming whole, doing that inner work, so that way you're not going to fold with them. And you're definitely not going to fold without them. Okay. So I wanted to read those two inserts. Again, this is my book. It's called Girl Boss Up and Lead. And let me think of anything else I want to say to you guys. Oh yeah, definitely stay tuned because we're going to dive into this book. We're going to dive into a little bit more. I'm going to give you a little bit more insight on what the book is about. My book was published actually before 2020, toward the end of 2022, before 2023. All right, let me see. Anything else I want to tell the peoples today? Anything we want to tell the peoples? Oh, I did tell y'all, like I said, I'm always on TikTok. YouTube is my baby, though. I started YouTube in 2015. At the same time, I was working, grinding, trying to get multiple degrees, and I wanted to put my education before YouTube. You get what I'm saying? I always knew that I was going to continue to grow my channel, but I had to do first things first. And I'm an advocate for education. So, yeah, I took that route. I think this may be all, guys. This may be all. Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is a place for a safe community, for motivation and personal development.